Welcome to Granny Shift, and I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 73 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And I have a new beverage for you, Jason. You said you were out?
Oh, yeah? You didn't finish yours yet.
I know, I just thought about that. All right. Someone gifted this to me. They snuck it in our bag before they left.
Oh.
It's nothing too special. Hillbilly Hooch. Apple pie.
Well, ain't we fancy?
Yeah. It's not crazy. 23.5%.
It says that on the side. Well, ain't we fancy?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it good?
But I thought we should try it. I haven't tried it yet.
We're going to finish it right now?
Oh. This isn't like... No dude made this in his garage. It's like plastic sealed. This is like you buy it from the... you're like, oh, I want some moonshine, right?
The last stuff I drank out of a jar like that, a dude made in his garage.
Right.
And that stuff will change your evening.
Yeah, what do they say? It'll peel paint off the walls.
Dude, it lights on fire very easily.
But that's the moonshine, not the apple pie stuff.
No, so he just mixed it with like cinnamon and stuff. He has apple pie. But yeah, that stuff's rough.
This stuff is probably going to be very sticky.
Okay, what are you pouring it over? Because jars just don't pour great. Wow, that's good. Not a single drip. Thank you. I'll try it here.
Let me know how it is.
It's no hillbilly moonshine. Oh, it is hillbilly moonshine.
That's good?
It's no backyard moonshine, but it is delicious.
It's probably just got a ton of sugar in it.
It's kind of thick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You gotta let the ice melt a bit.
It needs a shot of vodka, I think. Oh,
So-
I just hit my mic.
Oh, look at that.
Glass. Wow, sorry
Or
about
peach
that, guys.
schnapps. Someone told me. Oh, no. Was it you mix peach schnapps with Fireball and whiskey, like regular whiskey, and it tastes like peach cobbler.
Oh,
That could be pretty good.
yeah. I have to
Let
try
me
that.
taste this. Oh, yeah.
It's the spot.
Pretty
Did you
sweet.
Just mix it with the other stuff?
Pretty sweet. No, I quick drank that other stuff.
Oh, boy. You going to make it?
Yeah, I'll be good.
Boy, I had a thought. Now
It's
I
not
forget
as
my
good.
thought.
It's not as good as that stuff your buddy made.
Not as strong either.
No, it's not as strong. I know it's not as good.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
as sweet as I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's good. But actually, do you think that stuff really is better?
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a while. But
Yeah.
that stuff was surprisingly good. For how terrible the straight moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the guy left it on my porch. Traded me for some hop rhizomes. But I didn't have much info. But he just said, mix it with something. And so, of course, we took shots of it. We didn't mix it with anything.
Right, yeah.
I mean, in one shot of that, and
That's
we were
it.
both like, oh my word. Like,
Yeah, forget it.
We were tuned up. It was impressive.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know that one shot of alcohol could do that to me.
Yeah. And
So what is like the strongest alcohol you can buy from the store?
like
is it
that
one-
you can drink?
What's Everclear?
Everclear's 151, I think,
151.
which would be 75%. That's what he said this was, 150 proof.
Okay.
But it actually, I've had Everclear, and that's way worse.
Oh, really?
It almost seems like you can't swallow Everclear without damaging your throat. It burns.
Do they
lot.
mix Everclear with stuff?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
a
more.
common-
I think it's more. Everclear's more for like the novelty of like you pour it on top and set your drink on fire with it,
Oh, okay.
that kind of stuff, or you mix it with. But it's not. Yeah, Everclear's or you shoot fireballs. That's what I
Right,
did with.
right,
But like
right.
the tiny bit that I did swallow was like, oh my goodness, just burned your throat. That stuff he left, you can totally take shots of, but it also lights right on fire.
Yeah. I took
And you
one
feel like
shot,
you're gonna
and that's
vomit
it.
for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I had to
legit.
sit down like right away.
It's rough. But anyhow, what was I gonna say? You were getting out your jar. I don't remember.
Back to minute 73.
Yeah, something maybe related to our podcast. All right, let's
All right.
start recording.
Okay.
Okay, so the scene starts, and Morimoto's redlining his car, and he's like, I guess I should shift. So he shifts. Because he's like sitting there on the red line. In the
Right.
shot, he's like,
They shot it, yeah.
7,000 RPMs, and then he shifts. And then for some reason, Sean's not accelerating, and he
Right.
accelerates. Oh, that's what happens in Fast and Furious when you shift. You accelerate all of a sudden.
Right, you go faster when you upshift. You go
right.
faster.
Whatever. Shifting makes you go fast. The
Yeah.
more you shift, the faster you go. And he rear ends Sean.
Yeah, I guess the 350 is just faster than the Evo.
Yeah.
The 350 would be a 6-cylinder.
Yeah, they're like 250 horsepower stock. The Evo's like 300 stock. But like with some work, the Evo's 400 easy.
Right.
With
Yeah.
a little bit of work. With a little bit of work, the Evo might do like 275. Then you
What?
like turbo it.
I thought you said it's stock 300.
No. The Evo's 300.
Right.
The 350
With a little bit of work.
like
could be
some bolt-ons.
275.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like you turbo it, you might make 500. But like you do that much, put that much money in an Evo, you probably make 700. So I don't. The Evo should be faster.
Such good cars. I can't believe they're gone. But
Now it's
now
like
the 350 is ramming into the side of him.
yeah, he's like he pulled up alongside and just slamming over.
Which
him.
is like, I just don't
Like,
understand.
what's your goal here?
It's like Morimoto's just like, I'm gonna prove myself and I'm gonna wreck my car, and like, over what?
Yeah, what's the point?
Like,
What is this all for?
At some point, they're still gonna have to deal with the stolen money if that's his worry. Like, that's what this is all about.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah, but what is this accomplishing? They're just gonna like kill him or follow him till he stops driving.
And you think Han actually stole from him?
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. I mean, he didn't deny it. He said, "How could you do this to me? We were partners." And Han's like, "This isn't the Boy Scouts. This is what we do." Meaning, like, we're criminals. We
I'm
do
the whole
criminal
time
things.
thinking it's all about like Sean and Neela.
Oh,
Like, how could you take her in? But you're right. I was forgetting about the scene with his uncle.
the
He's
reason
like,
he
yeah,
showed
I'm
up,
skimming off the top.
right? The reason he showed up was because of the stealing.
It was right after his uncle. Yeah.
But then-
sorry, you were on vacation. It's been a while since I watched this
yeah,
movie.
yeah. And then Neela walked on the scene, and that's when he pulled the gun, and things got serious.
Yep. I get it.
So,
So now they want him dead, but then won't get his money back. But he could at least tell his like disappointed uncle, "I killed him."
I guess. I mean, Morimoto, as we see here in just a couple
also
minutes,
Wrecking Sean,
right?
not whatever his name is. And DK has a gun still. Why is that
No.
not?
Well, I don't know. We didn't see him pick it up. I don't think. Han punches him
Oh, knocked it out of his
and
hand.
knocked it out of his hand.
Okay.
And I don't know if anybody picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Great shot. So, while they're bashing doors, there's oncoming traffic, and Sean scoots over to the side, and all of a sudden, we got a deer in the headlights.
Right. Leonardo Nam, or Morimoto, is the deer.
Yeah. And
And he goes head on into some Lexus.
It's a GS 350.
Yeah.
Some nice chrome wheels. Nice car.
But, like, that's just a guy just trying to get to work.
Man. Yep.
And
Here, why don't you translate
the back?
the back wall sign there. Yeah, and it's a hard crash to, like, they are, Air Hotel.
Square Hotel parking exhibit.
Huh, that doesn't make sense. Like it's a head
Square,
on.
like the square.
Square Hotel.
Like the middle of the city, the square.
Okay.
Hotel parking exhibit. I don't know.
Interesting. So,
Oh, this just says
it's the
hotel
same, isn't it?
parking.
They're the same sign.
Yeah.
So
Parking, just parking. Anyways, sorry.
they hit head first, and you're figuring that Morimoto's probably like full throttle for a while, so he's gonna be on like 100. I mean, they're dead. They should be dead.
Yeah, Morimoto.
The head first, like they are. Not only are they like head-on collision, they're off-center corners, which is way worse, I think.
And
'Cause
they're
it
hitting on
makes
the
you
driver's
spin.
side.
Driver side to driver side clip, and they just
Smash. Yeah. And everyone's looking back at Morimoto.
And then
he gets,
Subaru comes out of nowhere and also smashes into him.
Yeah, but not on the driver's side. But yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
then it
that would
causes
be the
even
driver's
more.
side.
No,
It's
the left side,
Japan.
not the left side.
Oh yeah, no, it's the right
Yeah.
side. Okay, you're right.
But like,
It's confusing.
DK does look sad for a minute, but doesn't
What?
check on his buddy. He just keeps going.
I feel like he looks over, he sees what happened, he's like, he's dead, and now he's like, oh, now it's personal.
Okay.
Now he's upset. He's like,
Morimoto did that to himself.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking like, oh, he's gonna stop. At first, I'm like, oh, he's gonna stop and help him. That's how they get away. But no, he's like, no. Now he's really gonna try to
Right.
shift his gear to go faster. You know,
I guess
That's
he'll
what you
really
do.
shift hard.
you gotta shift it more.
But I just like in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I want to catch this person and I can keep up with them, I'm not going to go beside them and try to ram them off the road. I will literally just keep up with them.
Yeah, where are they
Eventually, they're going to pull over or stop.
Maybe a pit maneuver. Just bash in the side of their door.
Right. It's ruining your car.
Yeah, and equally to their car. It
Right.
could equally wreck you or them.
Right. So, dumb maneuver. More meta. Oh, there's another RX-8.
RX-8 wrecks in them, a stock RX-8.
So we got quite the pile up here. Takashi, DK, maneuvers around him, and he's pissed off now.
And so he shifts. So it does show him going 90.
Right. We got a long sweeping drift.
From Han, coming out into another main road, leaving they were like in a tunnel.
Right. Yeah. And now they're out in the town. Okay. This I laughed at a lot because they go like slalom kind of.
Yeah. So there's 3 cars staggered, and they cut in between them like changing lanes, like swerving to get them.
When really they could have just gone around all of them.
Yeah, on either side of these 3 cars, there's a full lane on both sides that they could just go into the full lane and not have to swerve at all.
Right.
Both sides of them.
Yeah. But it looks cooler to go in between them that way.
Right. You're not supposed to notice that.
Do you ever do that on the highway? Just like to kind of relive those
drive
old
on the
days?
Shoulder for a little, just like pass people.
I think you can get in front of that person and back in front of this person, and like it's not faster, but it's just kind of fun to see how close you can get to another car and risk your life.
I had a guy try to street race once. He was in like it was like an 80s Thunderbird or something. And I was in, I think the RX-7. Okay. So, and I but he was like angry. He didn't understand like street racing. Okay. And he had people with him. Small car. Like his girlfriend was next to him. And so I came up next to him and like downshifted, and he looked over like angry and then just took off. And I'm like, oh, fun. So I'm chasing him. But then, like, we come up on some traffic. You're like, all right, you got to wait for a break, and then you can cut between them to swerve. Right. He just, he literally went on the shoulder of the road and started passing everybody on the shoulder. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, I know it's illegal to speed and swerve, but, like, something about driving on the shoulder felt way too wrong.
Right. Well, also, this is just my practical mind. Like, this is, like, what I've been taught is all the nails... screws get thrown to the shoulder.
There was flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you could see it flying out from behind his car. But I'm like, or a car parked there, or I was like, man, this
piece of glass or something flew off a truck.
It's like, you win, okay, buddy, you win.
Yeah,
dude,
he probably brags about that to this day.
We were coming back from the mountains, me, Doug, and Alan. I mean, me, Double Down Doug, and Amateur Dad. And we're almost back. We're on 283 going at like 90. Doug's driving. And traffic's pretty tight. And all of a sudden there's a sofa in the middle of the highway. Like right in the middle.
Word.
And we're like, whoa, okay. And like everybody was coming up on it. It was literally right in the middle of the lane. Okay. So everybody just had to swerve.
Like parallel? Perpendicular?
It was like, maybe not a sofa. It was only like a one person. Like you have 2 of them in your living room. What do you call those?
Chair.
Yeah, sofa chair though, not
like an armchair.
An armchair, but like a leather armchair.
Right.
In the middle of and so like if anybody was hugging the center, not paying attention, they're gonna clip that thing. It's like, man, I like to pull over and just watch for a little, like somebody's gonna hit that. They can't stay there all night.
Yeah. And who's gonna stop, pull over, run out there, and try and drag that chair?
Right. And we're thinking like maybe we should stop. And we're like, oh, it's like a mile.
Right. That's
a mile and a half.
Right,
yeah, it's like so far back all of a sudden. Like, we're not walking back there. But yeah. So if there was a pileup on 283 last week, sorry. We could have prevented it.
I guess what do you actually do? Do like the police go up there and stop traffic?
Yeah, I think you probably should call them.
Yeah.
So they can remove it. But that's what I thought. Like, what are you supposed to do? I can see this is going to end badly for somebody, but I don't really know.
Yeah. I remember one time coming back from vacation, my sister's bike. This is when we were kids. My sister's bike came off the van and was laying in the highway. And
did you know?
Yeah. And so my dad pulled over and he was going to run out and get it. This is on like a big highway, 95 probably. And he's going out to get it, and this tractor trailer just comes barreling down over it and just like blew it to pieces. But my dad still went out and like collected the pieces and got them off, like wheels and pedals and stuff all over the place.
Dude, highways are so sketchy. Even when you're like parked on the side and cars are going by at 70, it's like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Like I had to change my driver's side rear tire on the side of 81.
Oh,
And it's like,
the
and a
wind
police.
from cars.
Oh yeah, the police. As I started doing it, a police guy pulled over and he shined his light right on me, right? And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to change out my blown tire."
Thanks for
I had
helping.
a spare in the back. He's like, you can't do that because this is a high fatality rate on this highway." I'm like, "Well, it's like 3 miles to the exit. Like, I can't make it to the exit on a blown tire.
Right.
I have a spare here."
Right.
And he's like, "Well, you could get hit on the side here." I'm like, "Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do." I said, "Can you just shine your light while I do it?" And then like, have your lights on.
Yeah, turn your lights on.
People
so
will
get
get
over.
over.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like,
you pull people over for speeding.
right.
This is a high danger highway.
And he's like, "Well, how long is it going to take?" I was like, 10 minutes? I don't know. He's like, "I can stay for probably 10 minutes." like he wasn't on the way to something, like,
Right.
unless he was like off duty or something, maybe. But I'm like, he has super bright lights that are meant for this.
Right.
Like, and I don't know. I was just like, I was pretty annoyed. And so I'm like, now I'm like really, and we come back from like
It's a lot of pressure.
like an overnight trip. So the back's
people
fully
with
loaded,
ya?
full of stuff.
Oh,
It was our whole family.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, I did get it switched out in less than 10 minutes. So
Nice.
it was pretty hectic. But
That's annoying.
luckily, we had a spare.
Protect and serve, baby.
Yeah. Thankful for him. Even though he was upset at me for having a blown tire.
So
Dude,
crazy.
just turn on your lights.
So crazy.
It's like the
to me.
law now that you have to get over.
Yeah. If you see a cop.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Nearing the end of the minute,
Oh.
we have them barreling down a 3-lane road, headed straight towards the square.
Yeah.
We see lots of people ahead.
And you made a comment like, "Oh, I remember this part from when I was on vacation watching this movie without you."
Yeah, I only watched this part though.
I don't remember this at all.
Really?
Well, I know Han's gonna die soon.
Oh,
I think.
spoiler alert.
Could be this.
This
Well,
is just
Molly
one of the-
ruined that for all of us. So.
This is just one of the coolest parts in the movie in my head. This is like one thing that I remember a lot from the movie coming up. It doesn't happen this minute though.
Yeah, because the minute just ends with a shift. We get a speedo shot at 110
kilometers.
Oh.
Is it? I mean, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, you're right. That's not that fast. It's like 70. They're like barely passing highway cars then. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, that's where the minute ends. They're about to head towards the square. And there's some cool old cars. Like, look at this car. What is this thing, though? Is that Scion?
Japan has awesome vans that we don't get.
Yeah.
Like smallish vans.
Right.
Like full, like we get minivans, but they have like vans that are smaller than our minivans. They're way cooler.
Yeah.
I think.
Very practical.
Yeah.
And that's the end of minute 73.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
Winning's winning.